Till now, we have seen only two things. First one, why do we require REST web services? Second one, setup process to develop REST web services by using Java. In Java, to develop REST web services, whatever software is required, those softwares we have downloaded and we have installed. Now let us see how to develop a simple hello world REST web service. Please observe, in my system, in the E drive, I developed two folders. One is softwares folder, another is development folder. All the softwares I downloaded into REST API SW. Then inside a REST API DEV, there is a Eclipse workspace folder. In the Eclipse workspace folder, we will be developing REST API. Inside Eclipse workspace folder, as of now, .metadata, this folder using by Eclipse internally, we will not be developing anything inside a .metadata folder. The total setup is gone. We are ready to develop REST web services. Let us see how to develop REST web services. Everybody, in case of Spring Boot module, inside a Spring, there is a Spring Boot module. While using Spring Boot module, we can develop applications very easily. We can get a ready-made project by using online tool. You can get any type of Spring Boot project. You can call like a ready-made project from the online tool. Open a browser, go to star.spring.io. Everybody, star.spring.io. Enter. This is the Spring Initializer. Spring Initializer. It will provide a ready-made Spring Boot project. We need to give some input to the Spring Initializer. Whatever input you are providing, based on that input, it will be providing one ready-made project. See here, no need of changing any project, language, Spring Boot version, project metadata. I'm not changing anything in the left hand side. Project metadata, artifact as a demo, some description, some packaging, Java version. Let all these things as it is. No need of changing anything in the left side. In the right side, dependencies. We need to develop REST web service dependency. We are trying to develop Spring Boot application to develop REST web services. for REST web services, there is one dependency. You need to choose that dependency. Click on add. Under search window, you can type web. You can find Spring Web. Select the Spring Web. Everybody, select Spring Web. Now you can see the Spring Web. That's all. We have given the input to the Spring Initializer for getting a ready-made Spring Boot project. To get a ready-made Spring Boot project, we had to give some input to the Spring Initializer. Left hand side completely default input. You didn't do any changes in the left hand side. Completely default information. Only right hand side Spring Web. After giving a input to the Spring Initializer, click on generate. Based on our input, it will be generating one ready-made project. That ready-made project will be downloading into our local system. Once you click on generate, one ready-made project with a file name as a demo, trying to download. A very important point, try downloading this into Eclipse Workspace. Please observe, whatever Eclipse Workspace we have chosen, that Eclipse Workspace. It's not a software. Go back. REST API DEV. Eclipse Workspace. Everybody, Eclipse Workspace. So here, file name is changed. You should not change the file name. While selecting the target location, somehow file name got changed. Please go to the file name as a demo. Location as a Eclipse Workspace. Wherever .metadata is there, in that location itself, file name as a demo. Click on save. So two simple conditions you should follow. First condition, whatever application downloading by Spring Initializer, that should be downloaded into Eclipse Workspace. First condition, application should be downloaded into Eclipse Workspace. Second one, you should not change the file name. Whatever file name downloading, same file name, don't do the changes. File name is a project name. You can see artifact. This is a project name. You should not do the changes. Now, you can go to the demo.zip show in folder. You can see Eclipse Workspace, demo. Right click on demo, click on extract to, right click on demo, extract to. Yes, this is the ready-made downloaded extracted folder. Go inside. There is one more demo. Go inside. This is completely a Spring Boot project. Spring Boot project where we can develop REST web services. We can develop REST web services. Please, Akshay. In the Eclipse workspace, demo. Extracted, one more demo. This is completely Spring Boot project. This project should be imported into Eclipse in order to enhance the same. Now, open the Eclipse. Eclipse is there in the softwares folder. Everybody, if already Eclipse is opened, you can use the same. In my system, I close the Eclipse. I am opening Eclipse again. Choose the location as a workspace. In the previous, while running, we choose this as a workspace. Only this location. In this location only, downloaded demo project is there. Launch. Eclipse is launched. Import demo into import demo into Eclipse. File, import, file, import. Everybody, file, import. Afterwards, select a Maven. Then existing Maven. Our Spring Boot project is Maven based project. Maven, existing Maven projects. Go next. Click on root directory. Browse. Automatically it is taking you into the workspace. In this workspace, first demo, it is a folder for the extracting purpose. Go inside. Second demo, it is the project folder name. Go inside. Now don't select src or .nvm. This is the correct location of project root directory. Select folder. Project root directory. Whichever project we got from the Spring Initializer, same project we are trying to import. Click on finish. Now you can see left side demo is displaying. Expand. Very few folders and files you are able to see, and you can observe in the right bottom there is a progress text bar, right bottom progress bar, and you can keep observing demo also. Keep on getting some other new folders and files. As soon as you're downloading new files and new folders in the left side demo, now completely done. In your systems, it may be taking some more time. Now, everybody, this is a Spring Boot based project. In this Spring Boot, everything is already configured. Everything is already configured. Very few configurations you have to do. Lot more. I can say 99.9% configurations already done. Very few, one or two steps you have to do. First and foremost one, go to the SRC main resources, application.properties, server.port is equal to, go for any port number other than 8080. Any port number other than 8080. Let me increase the font size. Server.port 9090. Don't go for 8080. If you are not setting, by default it will take 8080. But 8080 already might have occupied by other services. Generally, Oracle browser based client already used 8080 in all of our systems. We installed Oracle. After installing Oracle, you cannot use 8080 for your applications, for your web applications. Try changing to other port number. This is very important. After installing Oracle, you cannot use 8080 in your applications. Oracle is using 8080. So, you need to modify 9090. Now, expand SRC main Java, com example demo. Double click on demo application. Double click on demo application. Double click on demo application. There is a main method program. Type SYSO control space bar. Control space bar. I am providing a test. Save the program. Try running. Control F11. Through Control F11, we can run console automatically opening. If you are getting this type of window, always go for allow access. You can see the SOP test, and also you can see Tomcat web server started at 9090. Tomcat web server started at 9090. You got a test message. It is a simple SOP. Let us see developing a Hello World REST API. Hello World REST API. Everybody. To develop the REST API, first and foremost one, you need to declare as a REST controller. Come on, guys. You need to declare as a REST controller @ REST controller. Control space bar. Control space bar. REST controller. Control space bar. It will try import the now you can develop a simple service. I'm choosing method name as a test. On top of the test, @ request mapping. On top of the test, request mapping. Control space bar. Control space bar. You can give anything. I'm just giving a test under double quotes. Observe two things here. First one is the REST controller. Second one is the request mapping. REST controller and request mapping. That's all. You need to restart the application. How we can restart? Restarting the application. Go to the console. In the right side, you can click on console. Automatically console opens. Otherwise, go for window, show view, console. You can see the red mark. To stop the application, click on this red mark. Now you can start Control F11. Application started. You got even a SOP message as well. Now give a call to your REST API. This is the REST API. This can be called from the browser through a test. This can be called from any client through test. This can be called from any other application through test. This will be running in the port number 9090. Let's open a browser. Everybody open a browser. Let me go for another tab. HTTP. Don't use HTTPS. Some of the beginners are confusing this also. Use HTTP, not the HTTPS. Localhost, that is current system. Localhost. After localhost, colon. After colon, 9090. After colon, 9090. 9090 is the port number. Afterwards, your REST API URL. That is the test. REST API URL. That is the test. Press enter. You got the output from the REST web service. REST API. HTTP endpoint. Browser made a HTTP request to one of the web service. You got the output. Very simple. We have seen the output of first REST web service. If you have any kind of errors, don't worry. I'll show you entire process once again. Please observe. If you are getting any kind of errors, don't worry. I'll show the entire process once again.